few days later, my bridal shower was held at my aunt's place. Sophia brought a giant box wrapped in glitter paper. Everyone expected something sentimental or personal. When I opened it, it was lingerie, bright red, lacy, and over the top. Sophia grinned as everyone looked uncomfortable, then said, "You're gonna need all the help you can get." That night, she posted a story on Instagram with a photo of the gift and a tag to both Ethan and me with the caption, "Poor guy." That's when I drew a line. I removed her from our wedding boards, blocked her from seeing future planning posts, and told the rest of the bridesmaids that she was no longer in charge of anything. A few hours later, she called me nonstop. I didn't answer. The next family dinner was already planned for the weekend, so I went, knowing it might be tense. As soon as I walked into the dining room, she was already seated, holding a glass of wine and grinning. Midway through the meal, she got up and followed me to the kitchen. She asked if I was really so fragile that I couldn't handle a little joke. I didn't respond. She crossed her arms, then muttered loud enough for my cousin to hear, "You're just mad because people like me more." After dinner, I told her she could attend the wedding as a guest, but she would no longer be the maid of honor. Her chair screeched against the floor as she stood and walked out without another word. By midnight, our parents had received a 3-paragraph email from Sophia saying I had turned Ethan against her, that I was cutting her out of my life over a few harmless jokes, and that she feared I was becoming emotionally abusive. The next morning, my father forwarded me the email with a question mark. I didn't reply. I opened a folder on my desktop and created a new document titled Sophia Incidents. I listed every interaction, every screenshot, and every uncomfortable moment since the engagement. Ethan agreed. It was time to document everything. She didn't stop. 2 days later, she added a memory to her Instagram stories from our high school prom. The photo was of her in a gown, with me blurry in the background, mid-blink. The caption read, "Some of us always knew how to shine." She followed that with another story, a boomerang of champagne glasses clinking, with a caption, "Being around basic brides builds character." I told my wedding planner to remove her name from all vendor correspondence. I didn't trust her to keep boundaries anymore. The following week, the cake vendor called to confirm a new design change they'd received via email. I had made no such change. When they forwarded me the email, it was from Sophia's old Gmail, the one she used for her college blog. I sent a correction immediately and added a password for all decisions. That weekend, Ethan overheard Sophia asking one of our cousins if he was still pretending to be into the quiet type. That was the last straw for him. He sent a group message to both families saying we were scaling back the guest list and finalizing things on our own. My mother called and said Sophia was crying, that she felt like she was losing her only sister. I asked her if she had ever told Sophia to stop. She went quiet. The week ended with a package at our door. Inside was a wedding magazine, a flyer for a couple's counseling retreat, and a sticky note, just in case. No name, but the handwriting was Sophia's. I took a photo and added it to the file. The next day, I started calling attorneys. Not for anything formal yet, but I wanted to know my rights if things went further. Something in Sophia had shifted. This wasn't teasing anymore. It was sabotage, and I was done waiting for her to stop. After I removed Sophia as my maid of honor, she didn't back off. She changed tactics. The next week, I got a call from my college roommate, one of my bridesmaids, saying she was dropping out of the wedding. She said she felt like things were getting toxic and that maybe I needed space. When I asked what changed, she got quiet and mentioned Sophia had reached out. I didn't press, but it didn't take long to figure out what had happened. Another bridesmaid sent me screenshots of a group chat Sophia had created. She'd added 2 of my bridesmaids and named it Behind the Veil. In it, she shared unflattering photos of me from high school, made jokes about my body, my hair, and even mocked Ethan's, and writing on our invitation cards. She captioned one photo, "She peeked at spelling bees." That same bridesmaid left the group chat after she saw a meme Sophia made using a photo from my freshman year dorm. She sent me the screenshot